According to a CBS News poll, many Democratic voters want even more choices, including Hillary Rodham Clinton. That's the CBS Morning News for this Monday. Thanks for being here with us. We hope you'll join us later for The Early Show. I'm Susan McGinnis. Have a great day.
For news 24 hours a day, log on to cbsnews.com. Experience CBS News.
This week, what's making us so fat and how can we help our overweight kids get healthier? Plus, TV's Judge Hatchett on how to succeed at a really tough job, parenting. You'll see Michael Caine, Will Smith, and Beyonce. And Survivor's back. We'll get the nitty-gritty from Jeff Probst on The Early Show, the fastest-growing network morning news program.
Monster Hurricane Isabel heading towards somewhere along the East Coast. Preparations well underway.
As they should be, we have the latest information on Isabel's implications in the Philadelphia area and the Jersey Shore, as well as strong thunderstorms this morning. Eyewitness weather coming up.
Interceptions, sacks, and fumbles. Oh my, major troubles continue for Donovan McNabb and the Eagles.
And we are live as Catholic school teachers get set to vote on a new contract after a 2-week strike.
CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 5 starts in 60 seconds.
Breaking news.
These are the facts as we know them at this hour. Over 500.
Over the scene, we have live Team 3 coverage.
The new face of local news. You're watching live Mega Doppler 3, the most powerful TV weather Doppler in the country, only on CBS 3.
Getting ready for Hurricane Isabel. The storm could strike somewhere on the East Coast this week.
From 2 weeks on the picket line to voting on a new contract, we're live before Catholic school teachers decide whether to accept a new contract.
The Eagles finally score, but not often enough. After 2 games at their new nest, the Birds are 0 for 2003. And today is Monday, September 15, 2003. Good morning, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Amy Caples. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
It is wonderful to have Yuki on the show.
Glad to be here, my dear. Thank you.
73 degrees right now in Independence Mall.
Let's check in with meteorologist Paul Diano for the exclusive eyewitness weather forecast, including Hurricane Isabel. Paul.
You can, Amy, it's going to be a very busy week, actually. We have some very strong thunderstorms west of Philadelphia right now. A line all the way from Allentown down to Wilmington. You have seen upwards of 2 inches of rain just since midnight. Power outages. My power went out about 1 o'clock this morning. Power outages all through Chester County, portions of Berks County, upper Montgomery County, and we have had some reports of street flooding in and around the Westchester area. Very heavy thunderstorms west of Philadelphia, in the city, South Jersey, and most of Delaware. You are dry, but strong thunderstorms west of Philadelphia. Speaking of strong, how about this? The latest on Hurricane Isabel. Pretty dangerous situation setting up as Isabel is headed toward our neck of the woods coming up later on this week. Maximum sustained winds still near 160 miles an hour. Right now, 155 miles an hour. And unfortunately, it's beginning to take a turn to the north. Winds out of the west definitely going to hit the area. But we are going to feel the effects of Isabel in and around the Delaware Valley. The question is, how much of the effects? If it hits us directly, I fear for what's going to happen.
Right.
If it misses by 400 miles, some rain and some wind, not that big of a deal.
You gotta have the heads up.
It's better to prepare now than Thursday night.
Exactly. Thank
Thanks,
you, Paul.
Paul.
We invite you to stay with CBS 3 Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of Hurricane Isabel. At 7 o'clock, The Early Show will be live on the Carolina coast. And you can track the path of Isabel right from your home computer. Just log on to KYW.com for a special interactive link on hurricanes.
A developing story, there is an arrest in the deadly shooting of the oldest sister of tennis stars Venus and Serena Williams.
Also today, Secretary of State Colin Powell is in Iraq talking about security and the future.
And an increasingly frail Pope is back at the Vatican after another grueling trip.
And What's wrong with the Eagles? Where to begin? And we'll talk about the Phillies. They're on a much better roll. Bob?
Good morning, everyone. New construction patterns on Woodhaven Road, down tree and flooding conditions in Chester County. But it's kind of quiet in King of Prussia, and we'll take it. We look live at one of the PennDOT cams, the Schuylkill and 202. What you need to know before you get on the go, that and more when CBS 3 Eyewitness News comes right back.
September 15th, Mark Howard, Denise Saunders bring you a better choice at 4. CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 4. The new face of local news starts today.
Tonight at 11.
I have probably been on every diet that you could ever think of.
Can Dr. Phil help this local woman finally keep the weight off by revealing his own 500-pound secret? One-on-one with Dr. Phil. Tonight on Eyewitness News at 11.
Good morning and welcome back, everyone. Tolls on the Pennsylvania Turnpike could be jump-started for the first time in 12 years. Officials say maintaining and rebuilding the highway costs more than they're making in tolls. And even though they made record money for the...
Get ready for gridlock. Bob Kelly be watching that later on today. Birthdays coming up on Eyewitness News.
Also, positive proof babies do smile in the womb. We have the ultimate ultrasound.
And first, the Eagles. Oh, do we have to? See the lowlights and hear the players react.
But don't forget, Paul Diano has today's eyewitness weather forecast and the latest on Hurricane Isabel. It's all on CBS 3 Eyewitness News. Good morning, everyone.
Live over the scene of breaking news.
These are the facts as we know them at this hour. Over 500.
Over the scene, we have live Team 3 coverage.
New face of local news.
Hey, Philadelphia, are you ready to get real?
CBS 3 brings Dr. Phil's Get Real tour to the Philadelphia Convention Center for one show November 22nd. Call Ticketmaster or go to drphil.com for ticket information. Look for Dr. Phil at his new time, weekdays at 5 on CBS 3.
Weekend, kind of a washout here, there, and everywhere. Overnight, same thing.
Any thunder boomers wake you up this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of loud, kind of loud.
Paul Diano was in the dark. Good morning.
Good morning to you. 1 o'clock in the morning is not my normal wake-up call. I like to sleep all the way till about 20 after 2. Woke up a little early this morning, courtesy of some thunderstorms west of Philadelphia. Live Mega Doppler 3. Heavy thunderstorms just to the west of Westchester out toward Downingtown and Coatesville, stretching all the way up to Pottstown, all the way farther up to Allentown, and all the way down into central.
News at 4. Dr. Phil at 5. News at 6. The new face of CBS 3.
Allie and Jack go Hollywood.
We're gonna miss the plane.
The search for the stars is on. Find out who will be their very first guest. It's the season premiere of Living It Up with Allie and Jack today.
Today at 9 on CBS 3. Larry Mendte starts tonight on the new Eyewitness News at 6 at 11.
Hurricane Isabel, still a Category 4 hurricane headed toward the mid-Atlantic coast. Folks, that is us. The latest on the storm coming up next.
A man is behind bars, taken into custody this morning for the murder of the older sister of Venus and Serena Williams.
And another ugly outing as the Eagles lose their grip on the game and probably some fans.
It was ugly.
Monday, September the 15th. Good morning. I'm Amy Caples.
And I'm Yuki Washington. The top story this morning, the entire region watching Hurricane Isabel as it closes in on the East Coast. The Category 4 storm could hit land somewhere between North Carolina and New Jersey as early as Wednesday.
Paul Diano's watching it all.
And this is the scene in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. People boarding up their homes and preparing to evacuate as Hurricane Isabel approaches. Boats are being moved from the water, and officials have issued a list of items to the residents so they'll be prepared when Isabel makes landfall.
For the latest on the track of this powerful storm, let's turn it over to meteorologist Paul Diano. Good morning.
Good morning. Yuki and Amy, folks down at the Jersey Shore and Delaware beaches probably should have their emergency plan, at least be thinking about it, if not have it in place, because this storm will hit somewhere close, if not at the Delaware beaches or the Jersey Shore coming up over the next several days. Winds now have gone down to 150 miles an hour. That is still a very destructive and powerful storm. It is also slowing down. It is currently moving to the west-northwest at about 10 miles an hour. It is that northerly turn. How far does it go to the north before it hits land? That will determine its impact on the Delaware Valley. We'll have the latest on the track and where it could hit in the mid-Atlantic coming up in a second. First, live Mega Doppler 3. Some rain we're dealing with
today.
We are back for season number 2.
A new season of Dr. Phil begins.
Women of America are saying rejoice.
Today at 9 on CBS 3.
Welcome back, everyone. Just got off the horn with SEP. There's some problems on the R5 Paoli Downingtown. Down wires has no outbound service at all on the R5 inbound. Extensive delays. Could it be related to the thunder boomers that we just saw on Mega Doppler 3 coming over? Not quite sure, but we'll keep you up to date. The bottom line is no outbound service at all on the R5 inbound. As I said, extensive delays. You're going to find numerous flooding conditions and detours in the area of Chester County, West Goshen, Westchester Borough itself, a down tree along Route 100 to south of 926. Get ready for some presidential detours this afternoon. So you want to make sure you're in and out of Drexel Hill, Delaware County before, I'd give around 3 o'clock. Again, we're going to find some detours and delays in that area. Let's go outside, take a live look at 422 Route. Actually, this is the Schuylkill Expressway, the King of Prussia construction zone. Not that bad at all. Nothing new this morning, but that brand new ramp opened up on Friday. And an update, Kristen's pool party on Saturday
what happened?
Became a movie party.
Gotcha.
Took 20 kids to the movies as opposed to the pool. But thanks for the tips. I got some phone calls and emails on some great ideas on makeup parties, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to put them down for the list.
Is she a good movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did she say? Dickie Roberts.
Oh, okay.
The kids loved it.
Child star.
Of course they
Good
would.
to go.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Bob.
We're checking Eyewitness Sports now. The Eagles have a week off. It's the bye week to figure out what went wrong after another loss.
If you see news, accidents, or traffic delays, report it with your cellular phone. Just dial star CBS 3 and be part of a Singular Wireless mobile force.
Striking Catholic high school teachers could be putting down those picket signs today. I'm Natasha Brown. We'll have the latest in the negotiating process coming up in a live report.
Experts are calling it a whopper, a powerful hurricane closing in on the Atlantic coast that has people from South Carolina to New York preparing for the worst. Welcome back and good morning, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Amy Caples. Hurricane Isabel still swirling and coming toward us. Let's check in with meteorologist Paul Diano. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Maximum sustained winds are down from 155 miles an hour to 150 miles an hour. Still very powerful, still a Category 4. And it's moving now to the west-northwest, taking a bit of a turn to the north, moving west-northwest at about 10 miles an hour. That turn to the north, how much of a turn to the north it takes will determine how close it gets to the Delaware Valley. We're talking about preparations from South Carolina to New York. Well, in between there is the New Jersey Shore and the Delaware beaches. We need to be very mindful of what could be a powerful storm coming toward or very close to the Delaware Valley. Speaking of storms, some very heavy thunderstorms at this very minute west of Philadelphia. Live Mega Doppler 3 picking up